last one, everything we use already. We need something about sensitivity. Do you know about sensitivity or responsiveness chain? Sometimes it depends on subject, depend on participant, depend on test taker, or depend on assessor, depend on atmosphere as well. Sensitivity. Okay, why sensitivity or responsiveness to change is very important for outcome measurement. Sensitivity to change longitudinal validity. Sensitivity is ability of instrument to measure change in state regardless of whether is it relevant, is it permanent, or is it proper or meaningful to design decision making, to decision maker or not. Sensitivity. I don't know, it's maybe the tool. If you got temperature measurement, why now it's so very cold, but the temperature is still 35. It means sensitivity of the tool is might be broken, right? Responsiveness is the power of test to detect critical important difference. The ability of instrument to measure meaningful and critical important change in clinical state. Okay, Sarasa, could you show me? You can order from level X-ray, MRI, and CT scan. What is the tool? Is sensitivity or responsiveness? What is the tool? Very, very sensitivity. Sarasa?
I'm not sure about it.
Okay, who's going to help Sarasa? นภัสสร Gabriel and กนกก่อน sorry. What is sensitivity?
I think the most is the MRI.
Yes, MRI is very, very sensitivity. It's very, velocity is very, very fast. And responsiveness is show everything compared to X-ray. X-ray is the last. X-ray and ultrasound, I don't know, it's maybe near the same level. The second is CT scan, okay? And why MRI is very clear? Because MRI is show everything. Sensitivity is sensitivity, show about the diagnosis, show about the real insight of the organ, not X-ray. X-ray is use what we call radiation, right? The radiation. But MRI use magnetic. Magnetic is why it can penetrate inside into and show the clear picture. Why the physician or the doctor can make decision quickly. Presumably, if you X-ray or use ultrasound on the liver, it just only a no. Think that in the first time is maybe the cancer cell. It maybe look like about the tumor in this already, because it look like about the what we call look like a bone. It look like about the connective tissue in the liver. It may be the cancer. You anxiety, you panic. Go to the doctor. Okay, if you have money, okay, go to MRI, clear everything. Or it just only about cyst in the liver. It's not the cancer. Okay, it's not the cancer because MRI show everything. 100%. This is 99%. Okay, from MRI. If you make sure that you do nobody know if it's MRI confirmed already, it's no cancer, it's no cancer. You can probe, go to biopsy, take it inside and look under the slide of the biopsy is 100%. Okay, but at that moment, make sure that no cancer in the liver. If you pass from MRI, okay, this is why sensitivity can show everything meaningful and disease, and the doctor or the physician become to decision maker sure. Okay, the power of test is detect very different is high sensitivity. This is why MRI is high sensitivity. The ability of instrument measure meaningful and critical important change in clinical tests. I used to give some information to PT instructor at Mahidol. They show me I can use MOCA or MMSE pre-test and post-test because she tests already. She gonna use like this. I think I am agree. I don't know. I don't agree with you. Don't agree with this PT educator because I think that MOCA and MMSE is just screening. She tried to give metaphor to her. Metaphor, if you can go inside, what about the cognition decline or not, cognitive impair or not? We used to use about the sensitivity more than it. We can use LOTGA. We can use LOTGA G with the elderly people to make sure that, okay, I try to, if use like this, and train cognition and measure. And she told me how I can learn about Lotka. I just only become to be OT, study OT in first year, like that. If you want to study, because this is the tool, you need to study, not just only allow to another profession to study. But if you study about this, you need to pay attention to study is irrelevant with another profession. Sometimes we didn't prejudice, but this is we need to what we call to preserve our rights, preserve our resource. Why you didn't use the needle? Because that is our duty. That are not our duty. The duty from nurse and the duty from the doctor, right? We didn't sell the what we call the drug or medicine. That is for pharmacists, right? This is why some tune relevant with our occupational therapists. Okay, some tune open for general, like Bartel Index, like MOCA, MNFC. If we're gonna use high performance like CT scan, like MRI, needs specialist. You is the one of the specialized in the future. If you got like this is why originates of sensitivity too. Okay, sensitivity and specificity. Sensitivity is p-test plus disease plus disease. Specificity is p-test minus disease minus. It means that particularly applicable or application to achieve and personal test. If we are occupational therapists or professional in terms of about our field. We check if item include academic tests, do represent full syllabus, require master course. Sometimes it's need corporate or not. We're gonna go to inside of sensitivity. Since sensitivity to change coefficient, okay, it means effect or influence to something. The first single group index, affected size or effect size. If you got many population size, effect size, okay, single group of index, standard response mean sensitivity, okay. The multiple group index, if we use this is the single group index, it means you go to what we call find out the sensitivity, okay. Just only schizophrenia, you didn't involve with bipolar, affected side. Sensitivity is very high. But if you group with bipolar, use my program, cognitive program, can use not just only schizophrenia, use bipolar, use people they got mental illness. Another choice, drug addict, can group together, effect size is gonna be low. Because you didn't use single group index. Sensitivity is effect. Because the group is not the same. Sensitivity is mean if drug addict is my sensitivity is low. Bipolar disorder in your group is might be sensitivity is might be high. But if you calculate by use SPS, it might be changed because it's not the one group. This is the not single group. Okay, affected size is health influence, standardized response mean. Okay, and the last thing is multiple group index. Multiple group index is mean you can use ROC curve. Okay, ROC curve, area under receiver operating characteristic. You need to classify this group schizophrenia, this group bipolar, this group drug addict, this group is traumatic brain injury, this group is stroke, and this group is another tumor to affect brain. To look like same, we're gonna use something to rehab and measure about this group. Sensitivity to stroke, sensitivity to traumatic brain injury, sensitivity to brain tumor is not the same, but it's gonna be inside in the multiple group index. It's likely to be near together. But if you put spinal cord injury, but it's not the same, it's to another. If you use that test, right? Or gut chain index, or Norman coefficient, or Pearson and Spearman correlation coefficient, you can use to multiple group index. Consult with your supervisor. You're gonna find sensitivity or not in this project, in this research, in this thesis. If it's okay, we use validity and reliability is enough already. We don't want about sensitivity. It's not necessary. It's unnecessary to use. Okay, sensitivity is mean like number of true positive, underline number of true positive plus with number of false negative. Sensitivity and specificity. specificity is number of true negative. Number of true negative. Would you remember from the last session? True positive is diagnosis is the same, right? Same disease and show about the same outcome of test like COVID-19 become to COVID, but to COVID. ATK is true line. Yes, it's number of true positive. If you got true negative, it means you got COVID already, become to COVID, but ATK is negative, okay? Specificity, okay? This is why it's depend on most of this sensitivity used in terms of clinical, in terms of about intervention, okay? Or even though about use drug or medicine, yeah. Number of true negative plus with number of false positive. Find about specificity, okay? In this, on the last is people study pharmaceutical use a lot, doctor use a lot, okay? Including about some people who got involved with about in terms of scientifics in the lab, use specificity, okay? You have here the picture, high sensitivity, but few false negative. If you got what we call, I don't know, have you ever used Gevalin and Napason? You use another brand. What is brand? I don't know. What is brand of KTK? Some brand, I don't know. It's
Biotech.
Oh, biotech. Some brand very pure of the color, not show the sharp color, right? Sensitivity is mean very low, okay? This is the field for, it mean okay, fail test and it's pass test, okay? This is high sensitivity. It mean the white dot is okay. High sensitivity. Presumably, this is by biotech, right? And this is from China. This is from presumably from Germany, and this is from China. Presumably, brand what we call Peyu. Then presumably the brand Peyu. Many fall positive a lot. We don't know. Because it's low expensive, not expensive, but sensitivity is very low, but low specificity. Okay, many fall positive red. It means this fall is blue dot. Okay, fall is the blue dot, but this low specificity is the red dot. Okay, this is many fall positive reds. Okay, high sensitivity but low specificity. Okay, this is the test. It depends on, this is low sensitivity, high specificity is depend on, okay? This mean about the sensitivity ความเร็วการจับการตอบสนองความรวดเร็ว this is low sensitivity, okay? You can see many fall of blue come when compare here just only 3. This is 5 6 7 8 already, but come from here, this is just still high specificity, okay? Presumably, if you're not clear, there are 100 people with 30 people have disease A. A test designed to identify who had disease. This is why we use about the diagnosis with the doctor and drug and about the medicine a lot. Who does not? Test designed to identify who has the disease and who does not. We want to evaluate how good test disease. If we use of some like ATK test, okay, test disease totally test positive to disease 25. Disease but negative. Got disease but the negative. Okay, 2 people total 27. But it's test like this. But the real disease 5. But this is positive. But disease and negative is 68. Totally about this 73. Totally off about this disease and about disease positive and disease negative 30 and 70. Totally is 100. But in the real, use into the formula, sensitivity is mean 25/3 /30 ค่าความตอบสนองด้วยความเร็ว and specifics go to directly, just specific is 30 8/70. This is about specificity. It means that we can show about on the drug or medicine, some you can see about the tablet. What about sensitivity of this molecule of the medicine of the tablet used in pharmaceutical study a lot and used in terms of the disease a lot. Okay, in terms of sensitivity and specificity, you can see about this. Okay, not too much in terms of OT research, but you need to know. Presumably, you need to one day you're gonna try to use some tune, and some tune have sensitivity. Look like about why I gonna use Lotka, why I gonna use some tune specific more than some tune is sensitivity more than. This is why we need to choose about the tune for measurement to find out about sensitivity and specificity. Okay.
Hope you guys enjoy the teaching program. I hope you have something in your head, and we're gonna come to the discussion in the next session. Join me. Thank you.